Next, we're going to take a look at the vintage tube EQ, which is based on a Pultec EQ. I don't know if you've ever heard of a Pultec EQ. Very famous. It's really, really, really silky smooth, as it says here. It's great at boosting low frequencies and high frequencies, but they've actually combined the two Pultecs here. So you've got the really famous one, which is this one above, and then the one below does low mid, mid and high mid frequencies. So you can do cuts and boosts with this. Again, it's super musical. I like to use the Pultec emulation, so this vintage tube EQ, on things like kicks when I'm lacking a bit of oomph. It also sounds great on vocals, so don't think that you can just use it on kicks. Attenuation, by the way, guys, means cut. So you've got a low boost and a low cut. So this is a shelf boost and a bell cut. All right, I'm going to put it on a channel EQ for you so you understand what's happening. So this low boost is like this, and then the low atten, which is the low cut, happens just above it. So as you boost, you can also cut. Then you've got the high boost. Now the high boost is actually a bell, so it's the opposite way around this time. And you've got the bandwidth, so you can make it kind of thin or kind of wide. You've got the frequency point, so which frequency you want it. You've got the same for the low, by the way, what frequency point. And then you've got the high attenuation. Now the high attenuation or the high cut is actually a shelf cut like this, and you can have it at 20, 10, or 5. So that should give you a good idea of what's going on up here. Let me just recall default so you can understand what's going on down here. So you've just got a low peak at these points, so that will be a bell like that. Then you've got a dip frequency, that's from 200 to 7,000, so that will be a cut. And then you've got a high frequency, high peak, so then you've got another boost up there. So that one's divided into 3 as opposed to 4. Now, I don't tend to use this section. I'm more into this, to be honest, but I'm going to try and use both, see if we can shape the kick to sound exactly how we want it to. Let's start by adding some low frequencies and cutting some. We're going to find where the natural point is for that with the boost first, and then take out some of the mud. Seems to be sitting quite nicely at 48 Hertz. I like that. Let's try taking out some of the mud. I'm going to be really extreme with this, just like I was with the boost, so you can hear exactly what's happening. And then we'll check if that sounds good or bad just by turning it on and off. Can't seem to turn it on. There you go. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Really smooth, really nice. Let's see if we can add some high frequencies. So we'll turn the bandwidth up. We'll make it nice and wide. We'll turn the boost up straight away, and then we'll just sweep through the frequencies and see where we need some presence. Make it more obvious. Seems to open up really nicely around 6, and I'm just going to reduce it because I'm just exaggerating right now so I can hear what I want to boost, and then going to bring it down to make it sound more natural. Okay, so with and without so far. Really digging that. I'm going to leave the high attenuation. I don't want to cut out the high frequencies. I like it as it is. Let's have a look at this section here now. We've got a low peak. I don't think it needs a low peak because we've done that low boost, but I would like to dip out some of these mid frequencies. Usually get a bit of hollowness in a kick around the 500 mark. So I'm going to start there. It's 500 hertz, increase the dip, go a little bit crazy with it, and then find the sweet spot and then bring it back down a bit. That sounds pretty good to me. Now let's just pull down the volume by half a dB because we've done quite a few boosts. So when I turn it on and off, I don't want there to be a change in volume. I'm going to turn it on and off now. Let's see if it's benefited the kick. What do you guys think? Do you think it sounds better? Do you think it sounds fatter? Or do you think maybe it's too much, or maybe a little bit too smooth, a little bit too silky? I have to say, I really love it. So try that on your kicks, guys. I think it's going to sound great.